Hey, there she is. So I told Angel, there are many people in this city that I see and I admire from a distance. And she is one in my lifetime. Okay, let's just say lifetime. And those that know me, they know, my work ethics. You know how I will work to 5 a.m. and get up and be back in the office at 8. Angel reminds me of that Tina Turner, just all this energy. And I just one day I saw her. I think I commented, you had sunflowers on. And I saw the sunflowers and I was like, okay, that's my type of person. Because if you visit my house, I got sunflowers everywhere.
Aw.
So, Angel, thank you so much for being a part of our virtual Black Business Parade. Tell us about your company. Talk to us about how has your upbringing influenced what you do? Talk to us about what inspired you. We want to give you time to share about your vision that God has given you.
Well, my mom, she hired me at 11 years old to work for her company. So my mom taught me everything I know about cleaning, about doing it right the first time. And she laid the foundation for me to build upon, in which I have done today with Bust Down, Scrub Down Cleaning Services.
Well, how long have you been in business? And what wakes you up every morning to continue to show up?
So back in 2014 is when I actually started cleaning, but I didn't become a legalized business until 2022. What has helped me along the way, of course, are my children. Just laying that foundation for them to build upon for their own success as well. In my mind, I thought it was good to have five businesses because I did have five children. I was a single mom. Unfortunately, only one child picked up on one of those businesses. However, they know how to fully run those businesses, but they have thankfully started their own. So they're laying their own foundation and building upon that as well.
One of the things I just caught that you said you started in 2014, but you legalized in 2022. I'm just one of those people. I go off script a little bit, but when I hear something that I think is a nugget for those that are listening, how did you determine it was time to make that shift?
Just start making really good money and started to do things the right way. So on the legal side, I was still filing my taxes. I was a sole proprietor, but there was more beneficial for me stepping over into the commercial side. There's a lot of legal stickiness that comes in between. You just going into someone's house cleaning it. Now you're on work sites. You just have to show certain, insurances, and you have to have the right paperwork to present in order to be readily disposed to take on those tasks.
And when you first in 2014, you talked about being taught how to clean the right way, but then when you decided to do it as a business, as a single mom, did you have certain shifts that you had to make mentally to recognize, or did you have any fear that you had? They say fear is false evidence appearing real. Did you have any of those moments that could have tripped you up and kept you from now being the success that you are?
I would say my mindset has always been strong. I know it starts here and it kind of trickles down, and you get the outcome that you want. If you are on that course and you're staying the course and you know that there's nothing else that you want to do or are able to do, you tend to keep going. And that's where I've been since 15, well, technically 16. I've been an entrepreneur. I've worked jobs in between that have tailored towards the needs of my children. I worked for a uniform store. I got the uniforms at 50% off. Being a single mom, you have to find ways to, of course, get the things that your children need. But I've always made it a goal to work around my children's schedule, not my children working around mine. So being an entrepreneur has allowed me to do that. I know working for someone else, maybe you have to pick up the kids. I got to find a babysitter and I'm back and forth. And so in my mind, having so many children, I knew it was best for me to just structure my business accordingly because they were picking up, certain habits, and I saw them doing certain things. And I'm like, this may be something that you want to make money off of. If I'm going to encourage them to be in business, I knew I needed to do my business the right way.
You know what I love about watching you interact with your children online and just how articulate they are, how they stand up straight, they're bold. I think about the fact that a lot of people talk about mentoring, but as youth, even you and I growing up, our first mentors were in our home. And so that's what I really, it really shows your intent, not only just your integrity, but your intent and how competent you are as a parent, because we see the results. I talk about the four cores of credibility, that's our framework for trust. And that's why someone can be afar and look at a person like you and watch you with the intent that of your actions, not just your words. So thank you for what you do as a mentoring mom to your children. I just think that's amazing. See, I get this chance to dote all over you because I don't really get to talk to you
Thank
on a
you.
daily basis, but people are watching. We never know who's watching. We know God is watching, but other people
Yeah.
are watching too. So, Angel, please keep up the good work and everything that you're doing. So, I want to ask you a question, if you don't mind shifting gears with me a bit. And let's talk about what challenges you have faced as an entrepreneur. We know it's not about a black or white or Hispanic entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs. We all face challenges. And so I think, I'm one of those transparent people. We had this great talk behind the scenes, and I love that Angel corrected us on that, because we do believe in the diversity of entrepreneurs. And so, what challenges have you faced as an entrepreneur? Because we want this to everyone to benefit. And how did you overcome them?
Well, I'm still currently facing those challenges, just finding great workers. I don't need someone to become me. I just want them to learn off of the style that I teach and to mimic that. The Haitian culture has proven to be just the longevity is there. The biggest barrier is just transportation. So sometimes you may have to lift, but I'm big on making it make CENTS. If my workers have to go from Ruskin to Tampa for a job and you're catching a lift, it's not making financial sense. It's no need to hustle backwards. I don't need you to get paid, maybe $40 or $50 from your $110 job or your $150 job because you're catching a lift to and from work. I don't want to be anyone's crutch, but a lot of times I'm not able to accommodate them with the ride. So just finding reliable workers has been the toughest challenge. And with all of the provisions that our former president had in place, those may go away. And if they do, then unfortunately, I may not have no workers. So I'm constantly on the scout. I'm not giving up on any other form of workers. I take workers from all different backgrounds. It's just that culture has proven to, we become a family. They know
Mhm.
my children, we know each other, and we formulated, that work relationship that has been beneficial for bust down, scrub down cleaning services.
I enjoy the transparency that you have, because you're talking about challenges that we all have. I have as a leader, my team has for the people, for their team. And so workers, transportation, and you dropped the, like they say, let's that clock that when she said don't hustle backwards. Oh my goodness. Unpack that a little bit for me, Angel.
Sometimes we're just on a race that we're not going to win. We don't ever see the finish line and we keep going. Your momentum is there. You feel like it's something you need to do, but in a sense you're not getting anywhere. So it's almost as if I'm jogging in place. I'm not ever going to reach that finish line. I try to stop people from doing some of the things that I've done in the past. I haven't always been as transparent, and I haven't always been open to corrective criticism. I love corrective criticism. Don't allow me to make the same mistakes in my mind and in my heart, because I'm very passionate about what I do. I may feel I'm doing something good for you and you may not like it. So if in those moments where you can have that full transparency, couple it with accountability, you won't find yourself in those situations because you'll be more realistic about the approach you take, about the things you decide to do. You may just deter from that or find something else to do that makes more financial sense. So I'll get them where they're, they're anxious, they want to do it. But when we sit down and we actually do the math, and of course, my business partner, I love her to death because she is Haitian Creole, so she translates a lot. Once she breaks that down for them to see, then a lot of time it makes sense, and they'll be empowered because now they're saying no to certain jobs because they remember what we taught them.